Hey everyone, and Happy New Year. We had an amazing 2025. Hope you had a great time. And I'm going to be kicking off in the first video of 2026, which I'm going to be sharing my view for where the money is going to be going in 2026, and also sharing 4 stocks that are bouncing and could have you well set for at least the first few months of 2026 in order to start 2026 with some compelling exit positions ahead. 4 stocks that I believe could be a potential rally right around the corner in 4 different sectors. The reason I'm going to be splitting 4 different sectors is because uncertainty will be very high in 2026 with events happening in Venezuela, US economy in fact weakening. As you can see, despite Donald Trump doesn't say that, you can see by what Fed has been doing with cutting rates once again and quantitative easing starting again. Despite they deny that, you can see what's happening as we speak. So we gotta be careful with 2026. Hence, we're going to have a diversified exposure to the market, but we're not going to be short in the market just yet. We're going to have a diversified exposure in different sectors. In fact, my favorite sectors for this year is still materials, and I really like rare earth sector as we speak today. As per 5 of January 2025, I really like rare earth, and we start with those stocks. If you like the way we trade, please subscribe the channel, share this video with someone that would be interested on this content, and hit the like button. I also like to invite you for our Facebook community and Discord group. Links at the description below. Okay, now a lot of people think US economy is very strong. If it was strong, Fed would be hiking rates, not cutting rates. Be careful on what you read and take a look what's happening. Take a look what's Fed doing. Now, with RBA tipped to hike rates in 2026 here in Australia, you just gotta be careful with high risk assets, especially growth and tech for the meantime. So that's why we have to have exposure to some of those stocks, but also we should have diversified exposure across several sectors. And honestly, in my opinion, we should go heavy into material stocks, which included and not limited to gold, silver, and also rare earth, lithium, and base materials. Companies such as South32 and even BHP or Real, stocks like that. But these are not the stocks that we're going to be looking into this video. The stocks that I'm going to start with is Botanix Pharmaceuticals, which is a stock that we have traded in the past. And as you can see right here, it start forming a strong bullish movement. This is our last trade, which we managed to lock about 32%. Now we could have a replication of this trade, as you can see, with bullish intersection level 1 and bullish intersection level 2, confirm Botanix BOT. The RSI is also showing a very constructive formation. Why I'm bringing this now? Because we are just preceding reporting season, and this is one of the stock that the market expectation is pretty low, and I think this is one of the cases that we could see the company beating market expectations, and therefore if they happen, we could see a rally towards 20 cents. There's only 14 cents as we speak in this analysis as per 5 of January 2026. Reports start be releasing by the companies in February and then also early March for the first half of FY 2026. So keep an eye on that and take a look in different exposures in different sectors. So this is Botanix in pharmaceutical sector, healthcare, just one stock that I think could have a very good 2026, provided that 2025 was pretty bad in the last 6 months. So the next one is, and I covered 2 weeks ago in the video right here, if you miss it out. The next one is Novonix. Novonix is a graphite developer, which is about to start producing in 2026. And the interesting thing in Novonix, as I mentioned in the last video, is the fact that the stock is trading not only at technically discounted price for the short term, but also technically discounted price for the long term. And if you look at these movements, it's a very volatile stock, extremely volatile stock. And the trading gaps are huge. Every time Novonix bounces from low levels, the trading gaps are huge. And when I'm talking about trading gaps, look at this trading gap here. I'm talking about share price swings, right? 89%. That was back early last year, July 2025. And then look at this one. This was the hugest gap for a very long time in Novonix. About 200%. Novonix went up 200% in later last year, October and November, and then that's when we traded that as well. So we've been trading Novonix all through 2025. And what we're having here is the first signs of a potential reverse of a stock trading at technically discounted price that has frustrated the market because they lost one of the key off-takers, but I'm pretty sure they will come up soon or late with a new off-takers as Novonix start producing spherical graphite in the US. So look at this strong impulsive movement. It's interesting, and I like it, the fact that we also could have a strong volume popping up this week. So you just gotta watch very closely Novonix in the next few days. If volume start increasing and the candles are green, say for instance, if tomorrow goes up 5-6% or another 10% and the volume is higher than today, and the following day it happens again, then there will be a solid technical confirmation that Novonix is ready for a big bounce, for a big rally. Okay, and then that will also form what we call bullish intersection level 1, which is a BGS 20 strategy, ultimate bullish indicator. So if you want to learn about BGS 20 strategy, how to apply our indicators and the KPIs and read charts, we have online trading course. Just go to bgtrading.com.au or simply subscribe our VIP membership program, 12 and 24 months. We squeeze both online courses free of charge for you on the 12 and 24 month membership plan for you. Now let's move to the fourth stock, which is Lynas. This is a rare earth stock, Lynas. Let's have a look. Why do I like Lynas here? If we look at the chart together, Lynas is still very bullish for the long term. And when I mean bullish, means it is still trading well above the long-term moving average, which is our SMA 250. Ideally, as I mentioned in the last video, I would love to buy Lynas below or at this long-term moving average, at this purple line there. But we are now having compelling signs, technical signs, that we could be experiencing a bounce on the rare earth stocks, and obviously Lynas to leave there. Lynas went up all the way to $22, almost like $21.96, $22 back in October. And that huge rally that we had was essentially generated by hype in the rare earth sector. So this is a very interesting sector for 2026, as demand for rare earth is set to skyrocket, and countries are now, especially US, fighting for the ultimate control of rare earth materials, as China currently controls most of the supply. US is positioning towards countries that produces rare earth as well. So you just gotta be watching those stock, guys, because this one in particular is the world-class ASX listed rare earth producer, the largest producer of rare earth outside of China, Lynas Rare Earth. So this is a really good stock. Bullish intersection level 2 today. If we have a confirmation tomorrow with a higher volume, gotta watch closely as well as we are watching Novonix. This potential bounce. This is an impulsive movement. We might have a VCP pattern, which means we have a tight consolidation after today's movement, but we don't know until that happens. So we can't predict until that happens. But we have this impulsive movement today. I would love to see a higher volume than this. This is still a relatively dried, like a low volume, but if we start increasing this, we can see that the volumes are well higher than the last, pretty much last week, which was Christmas and New Year. Doesn't count a lot, but we gotta watch very closely. This is a very good sign of a potential bounce, and other stocks in the same sector in the rare earth like Arafura Resources and George Mines, they're all moving up quite substantially today, which reassures the hype on the rare earth could be coming back. So take a look. This could be a stock that we could see in a couple of months around $20, which would represent, by the way, let's say if Lynas goes to $20, that represents a 50% bounce, which is a very good profit if it goes in 2-3 months. That's BGS 20 strategy. We trade stocks, small and mid-sized caps, sometimes large caps, within 1 to 3 month time frame. That's all we do here. We don't invest for the long term in the stock market. We trade. This is all about trading, right? Remember that. So Lynas, very positive for me. Ideally, I would love to buy, as I said in the last video, but it looks like we might going to miss out buying here, and we should start taking position around $12.50, $13 if we have a technical bounce. Stock to watch. And the other one I really like is in a interesting sector, is a growth stock and also is a tech stock, but is also classified a defensive stock. It's once again DroneShield, stock that we have been trading. Look at this chart formation. Very constructive. So we have this potential breakout happening in the next few days of a $3.30, $3.40 resistance level, which matches with these levels here, which the stock was trading back in October. If we have a breakout of this, so then we well could see DroneShield moving up towards recent high and even making new all-times high towards $7. So the fundamentals still shows overvalued stock. We normally don't want to buy overvalued stocks, but again, that's for investing. We are trading, so this is a trading channel. So I look at closely to DroneShield in the next few days, likely to be making around this level for a little bit, and I would be expecting a potential breakout, especially because we are facing various geopolitical events that could still pump defensive stocks as we speak. This one we had already confirmation. We already traded DroneShield, and we already locked in great profit on DroneShield, but we have a chart formation that suggests that DroneShield still have higher levels to reach, especially now that has crossed these short-term and the long-term moving averages and are trading well and consistently above the exponential moving average, which is the yellow line. Again, if you're serious about trading and you like our strategy, I strongly recommend to take a look on those trading courses. It's very short, and I only teach you exactly what you should know. So DroneShield, very constructive. So we had the Botanix, Novonix, Lynas, and DroneShield. Now, let me give you a stock that I really like it. It's not looking very exciting at the moment. but is another way to diversify it in energy sector, oil and gas. This one, ticker code is CAR, Caron Energy. Again, not exciting stock right now, but I really like it, and it is trading at technically discounted price and could be a nice diversification into oil stocks. And this is my favorite. I prefer these over Woodside and even Santos, to be really honest with you. It is at the bearish side of the long-term moving average, but with any disruptive event in an energy sector around the world, we could see oil prices spiking again, even though the media and the market says that if US have full control over Venezuela oil and gas, then we could have a stable market. I wouldn't mind having an oil stock in my portfolio, especially if I'm going to spread across different sectors and speculate into different sectors in early 2026. Any escalation, imagine any other country comes and start facing US on this recent control of Venezuela. I'm not going to take sides on this, but it's controversial, and our job here is to position ourselves well into stocks that could benefit from any geopolitical crisis or any escalation in trading wars or any other event that could directly affect the stock market. This is my first video for 2026. Hope that was valuable. Hope that makes sense. Put your opinion below. Let's not get into politics. I'm talking about your opinion into stocks. All those stocks that I'm talking about. And remember, we don't trade here for the long term. It's always 1 to 3 months. So these stocks could well reach 20, 40, 50% within the next 2 months. And then in 3 months from now, they could be well below these current levels. So just keep that in mind. Our goal is to lock in 20 to 40 profit within the next few months. So let's see if we can do with all those stocks, and we can revisit them in 3 months' time. See you in the next video.